Hi, what's up? My name is Amadeo. I'm an actor, artist, and small business owner based in LA. Today, we got a busy day, got a lot going on. This apartment is a mess. Don't judge me too harshly. It doesn't always look like this, I promise. Right now, we have to do something that I've been putting out for, honestly, too long, and that's take product photography. So I have a streetwear brand that I'm trying to get off the ground. Long story short, I've been trying to do this for years now. I've never been satisfied with the ideas for brands that I've had. Like I would start one and I'd be really excited about it for about a day, a week, maybe a month, maybe sometimes even a year, and then the excitement would fade away. Very recently, I've come up with an idea that I still love to this day, so that's a good sign. I want to work as hard as possible to make it my dream business and eventually live my dream lifestyle. Anyway, we're shooting product photos. I am chilling in my apartment right now. Got the day off, luckily, so I want to take advantage of that as much as I can, because time is precious. Every second counts, and so far I've just been kind of like chilling. First things first, I gotta get this vacuumed and cleaned because I'm using a backdrop. I lay it on the floor and I just don't want to get all dusty and dirty. So, you know the vibes. Oh. Damn, what the fuck just happened, man? I've had this for not that long. Oh, it just might be completely broken. I just might be able to salvage this. I was about to brag about this thing too. Like, yo, this is sick. I got this from Amazon for 30 bucks. I've had this one for, gosh, 3 years. And today's the day, of course, as soon as I turn on the camera. Alright, we're gonna make do with what we got. Sweet, and I got like a little selfie stick going on over here. Check this out. Hey, not bad, not bad. This is a backdrop of a concrete surface. So until the day that we have a concrete floor in our studio, I'm using this concrete backdrop. I think it's pretty freaking sick. Today, I'm a small business owner. This steamer with time has progressively gotten shittier and shittier. It used to be industry standard or one of the best on the market because it was just a constant flow of steam, and now it just stops randomly. I guess it's because of the age. So I've got to take like a miniature break. I guess it's nice for me to put my arm down, but I'm like, it takes so much longer to do a very basic task. As much as I would love a professional, luxurious, runway grade steamer, you know, it's just part of it's my wish list, right? Part of the things that I aspire to have and to own one day. I think that's one thing that I like about being a business owner, about just being a person who's doing a bunch of things in general. What am I working for? What keeps me in it? And a steamer is one of them. I probably should have done this before, but also the steamer had some particles on it. In fact, let me roll the steamer. Whoa! Alright, we'll fix it in post. This is one of my first ever designs. My brand is called Lowest. It's an acronym. It stands for Limitless Optimism, Withstanding Erosion, Stronger Together. It's all about self-expression, community, and self-empowerment through a creative lifestyle, flipping negatives to positives and creating the life that we want through creativity, community, and self-expression. This is part of the Chrome Summer Capsule collection. This is called the Palm Skies Tee. The inspiration behind this piece was very simply blue skies, hot weather, good times by the pool, just like energetic heat. I really just wanted like an iconic summer t-shirt that you can throw on whenever you want when it's hot outside, and it fits the vibe. 100% designed by me. It came out super sick. I was very inspired by airbrush. Definitely want to continue exploring that direction with future designs. All right, let's take some flicks of this. If you were to look on my website right now, you would see a picture of the shirt in this exact style. However, I used a mock-up. While I tried to find a mock-up that very closely resembled the shirt that I'm using right now, so as not to deceive anybody, it still just isn't 100% accurate, which I think is okay as part of like getting your design done and getting it up, getting it live. However, especially as a new brand with 0 customers, nobody knows me, nobody trusts me. I need to signal that this is a brand that you can work with, this is a brand that you can feel comfortable giving your money to in every way possible. And until I have social proof, and until I have reviews, until I have people talking about me, I have to do the best I can by proving that this is a real product made by a real person, and this is what it looks like on a human being. A real human being. So, here it is. If you were to speak to somebody who knows what they're doing when it comes to product photography, the professionals love to use like pins and clips. So the first step, honestly, I have to fold these in, smooth out the wrinkles as much as possible, and the rest, seriously, has to be done in post. Thankfully, I know what I'm doing when it comes to Photoshop editing, but it is so time consuming and I have so many different products to shoot. It's just not the best use of my time if I like meticulously and diligently go through every single last wrinkle that's on this t-shirt. And then honestly, I could risk over editing. Yes, it's a real photo and it's a real garment, but it'll look fake because it just touched it up too much, which at that point I might as well just have just gone with the mock-up. I just want people to look at this and say, hey, that looks like a real t-shirt. Oh, it is. Okay, cool. Now I feel better about potentially buying it. Fashion. Okay, so the first step here, obviously if I'm not holding a camera, I would take both my hands and I would try to fold this side roughly an inch, as crisp of a crease as possible. And then over here, the secret, honestly, to getting this little part, and this isn't the best representation, but it's not bad either, is to fold or move the bottom, the armpit, and move it underneath the side of the t-shirt. You do the same with the other side, and this is your end result. So in post-processing, we could get rid of these wrinkles right over here and the main shadows. It does help to be in a location with even lighting, which unfortunately this location does not. We do what we can with what we have, because done is better than perfect. And does anyone really expect me to be? I'm very happy with how this looks, especially with given the amount of time that we have, which is not a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some pictures. Okay, next piece that we got is called the Live for This tee. Why is this so fucking annoying, man? Okay, it's called the Live for This tee. It's inspired by vivid urban imagery, bold graphics, bold colors, in homage to my interest in graffiti and also the city landscape itself. These are the matching shorts. Unfortunately, this is kind of a miss. I've used 2 different techniques when it comes to this collection, DTG and DTF. DTG kind of does it as a part of the fabric. It becomes a part of the fabric. It like bleeds into the fabric. Whereas DTF, it is placed on top as a separate surface. So it's layered on top of the fabric. DTG, unfortunately, was not suited for this garment because now the colors are very muted and dull and not what I wanted whatsoever. They look better on tees, but for the shorts with this thick, soft cotton, not ideal. This is just a sample, but for the final run, we'll definitely go with DTF. Also, I would probably change the size of the graphic like I originally wanted. So a little bit too small with the front right here. I'd honestly want it almost full width, pocket to pocket. Not quite there, but close. More on that soon. And finally, this is my favorite tee of the collection. It's called the Scorpion tee. I created this custom chrome effect in Photoshop, and I decided it looked super sick with a specific logo. Bold, it's expressive, it's visually interesting while still being somewhat subtle and minimalist, keeping this tasteful, very collected visual vibe. So I call it the scorpion tee, I think just because of the sharp corners as well as the red over here. Kind of reminds me of like a scorpion's stinger. So that's it for now. I've folded up the clothes, gotta put the backdrop away. I have to clean this apartment so bad. And then the natural next step is to put the clothes on and go pose in front of a wall. So I like to do honestly 4 different types of photos as part of my content mix. Of course, it's going to evolve as the brand evolves, but right now I've got lifestyle photos, the clothes outside in the real world, similar to, I suppose, the lifestyle that I would like my ideal customers to be living in the clothes. I have stylized photo shoots where I'll take photos either against a plain background or I don't know, a studio setting or somewhere in the world, and then I heavily modify them using filters and blending modes, colors, gradients. It's just kind of my personal style combined with the visual language of the brand. So that's kind of to build up the visual world and establish the visual brand of the label. So moving on from that, of course, as you just saw, product flats against a backdrop. Hoping to graduate soon from this fake concrete backdrop. Still cool, but we're gunning for that studio pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. And then of course you need e-commerce focused photography. So that will just be a model or myself in front of a white cyc or another plain background, just simply posing with the clothes. Simple setup, simple lighting. You can see the clothes on a body, see how it fits, and decide if you want to cop or not. So yeah, I'm gonna go do all that at a later point. Thanks for watching. Later.